Good morning, guys, and this is going to be just a little bit of a long video, but of course some of you say that you like it longer, and this was originally supposed to be an update because I ran across some information about the Oakley Carlson case. But guys, you are not going to believe this article. This is not the article I was actually going to report on. I do have another, but I ran across this while I was searching for information, and I had to read this article to you guys. You are not going to believe it. Please, if you have time, if you've got the, wherewithal, grab a pen and paper, sit down and start writing down some of these names and dates, and tell me what you think about this. I cannot believe this article is even out there online. It's such an injustice to Oakley Carlson and the fact that she's missing in her memory. It's put out by somebody by the name of Allison. It doesn't give a last name. It doesn't give, who actually allowed this to be put on the internet. I'm so furious at this. Listen up, guys. Take some notes, and then when it's over and done with, throw away the damn paper because it don't mean shit. There's nothing in this video that is accurate. Nothing. But listen to what somebody has done to butcher the case of Oakley Carlson. The title is Oakley Carlson Lost or Was She Taken? By Allison. This was wrote December 22nd, 2022. Oakley Carlson was reported missing on July the 6th, 2018, after she was last seen at her home in the small town of Park Rapids, Minnesota. Her car was found abandoned at a nearby lake, and her cell phone was found in her home. A search of the area turned up no sign of her. And I'm thinking, hold up, maybe this is a different Oakley Carlson. Maybe they're talking about a grown woman. Maybe there's two Oakley Carlsons missing. So I kept reading. A $75,000 reward has been set up by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for information leading to the safe return of 6-year-old Rebecca Otto. What? I keep reading. As a young girl, Carlson lived with her biological parents, Andrew and Jordan Bowers. As a young girl, she's 5 years old. Anyways, it says she lived with her parents, Andrew and Jordan Bowers, who raised her in the same home as her foster parents, Eric and Jamie Jo Howes. The search for Oakley began after one of the child's concerned parents requested the law enforcement conduct a wellness check on the child. One of her own parents who was living in the home with her and her foster parents called Ellie and requested a welfare check be done on a child that is living in their home. It gets worse, guys. Just listen. Kelly set up a $10,000 reward as a reward for information leading to the discovery and safe return of Oakley. The reward has increased tenfold every day that the case has gotten worse. It has a picture of Oakley, the real Oakley. It says Oakley Carlson was last seen on October 8th, 2019 in Duluth, Minnesota. She was reported missing by her family on October the 10th. She is described as a white female, 5 feet tall, 4 inches, and weighing in approximately 120 pounds. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a black tank top and black leggings. She may be in the company of an unknown male. If you have any information of her whereabouts, please contact the Duluth Police Department. A father who is still missing his 5-year-old daughter has been released from jail in order to care for his other children while he is in custody. Andrew Carlson was sentenced in March to a year in county jail for endangering his child with a controlled substance. Oakley Carlson, 16, has not been seen by anyone in a year, including her father and mother. Documents obtained by the court reveal that other children were also being abused at the home. The disappearance of Oakley Hiles, a search for the child failed to locate her, according to the complaint. Carlson and Bowers provided false and misleading information to police about Oakley. It is still unknown where Oakley is. A mystery remains over the disappearance of Oakley, and her adoptive mother, Jamie Jo Hiles, has been campaigning for answers since she went missing in December of 2021. Since her mother's death, Hiles has claimed that she believes she has been eaten by wolves, and her siblings have also claimed that they were ordered not to tell the story by their mother. It has now been officially reported that Oakley was missing since December 7th, 2021, as a result of a house fire. And it goes on to show a picture of the real Oakley Carlson and her biological monsters. According to the Carlson siblings, their mother had ordered them to keep the story of their little sister's unaliving quiet, and they now believe that the wolves had eaten her, since a house fire on December the 7th, 2021 has been reported as missing, as previously reported by the Sun. The house fire is missing now, guys. Okay, it goes on to say the missing Oakley Bowers endures more hardship. Despite the fact that Oakley is still missing, her family has suffered a number of setbacks this year. Jordan Bowers, the mother's ex-boyfriend and the father of Oakley's biological half-siblings, was sentenced to 20 months in prison in December for withholding medication from another child. A few months earlier, the family's other child, a 3-year-old, was taken away from them and placed in foster care as a result of an alleged maltreatment by both parents. The disappearance of 17-year-old Audley Oakley has generated international attention since she last appeared alive 15 months ago. Although her parents were released from jail, the case is still unsolved, and her true identity is still unknown. As a result of public attention to her case, her family hopes someone will come forward with information that leads to her safe return. Oakley Carlson's timeline. Oh, I've got to hear this. Oakley Carlson was born on October the 21st, 2004 in San Diego, California. She is the daughter of 2 professional motocross riders, Carrie and Christy Carlson. Oakley started riding at a young age and began competing in motocross races when she was just 5 years old. She quickly began winning races and earning sponsorships in 2013. She became the youngest rider ever to win a professional motocross race. Oakley continues to compete professionally and is one of the top motocross riders in the world. Oakley Carlson was last seen alive in February, according to the Undersheriff Brad Johansson. She was found alive on February the 10th. On December the 6th, the principal of her school requested a welfare check, which prompted the search for Oakley. Anyone who has seen Oakley since January 2021 is asked to contact investigators. A complaint was filed against Oakley Carlson's grandparents, abandoning her after an incident involving another of their children. On November 30th, she was allegedly seen alive by her parents. She is not known to have been alive before or after the November 6th fire at the Carlson house. 2.5 years after the child's disappearance, authorities make an arrest. Authorities searched for the child but were unable to locate her. According to the complaint, Carlson and Bowers provided false and misleading information to the police that was quickly and thoroughly disproved. It's still unknown where or when Oakley is located. Andrew Carlson and Jamie Jo Hiles, the parents of Oakley, were both arrested on unrelated charges on Wednesday morning and released because of a habeas corpus petition was not filed with the office. There is no assurance that Oakley is still alive. Since being left at her mother's house 2.5 years ago, the two have been reunited to find out where she is. Her family and friends have asked for the public's assistance. Why was Oakley Carlson in foster care, it says? In December 2021, the year-old was declared missing. She was placed in foster care when she was just 7 months old and was returned to her biological parents in 2019. Since February, when she was 5 years old, Oakley Carlson has not been seen or heard from. Her biological parents were ordered to return her to them by the state. Jamie Jo Howell was the biological mother of Oakley until she was 3 years old. Her parents faced charges reckless abandonment of a dependent child and endangering a child with drugs, in addition to endangering a dependent child with drugs. Edit Swift can't describe how he feels sitting on that couch with the little girl when she said it. Several red flags were discovered in the closet, but no clothing belonging to Oakley was found. Swift contacted Grays Harbor sheriffs and put the ball in motion. Jamie Jo Howells, her foster mother, says she has never cried so hard in her life. I am constantly reminded of the abuse that occurred. It's something I think about before I go to sleep every night when I miss Oakley Schrader, she says. Her hopes are that whatever happened to her daughter proved her love for her. Granddaughter Oakley. There is not much information available about granddaughter Oakley. She was likely a member of the Oakley family who were among the early settlers in American colony of Virginia. Wow. Now, I recently have been looking into a lot of the AI stuff, and there's actually a program out there in which college students have been actually writing essays and reports and stuff with the AI. What you do is type in a phrase or a name or whatever, and the AI will go and search the web and bring in information and print it out for you. And if you ask me, I think that's exactly what has happened here, because there's no one sane human being who could actually write a report. Now, I do have to say, they got the pictures. All the pictures are correct. It is Oakley. It is Jordan. It is Andrew Bowers. They didn't show any pictures of Eric or Jamie Jo. And just for the people who don't know, Jordan Bowers is Oakley's biological mother. Andrew Carlson is her biological father. Jamie Jo and Eric Howells were her foster parents for 3 years until the state took her away from them and placed her back with her biological parents, in which it didn't take any time at all for the child to turn up missing, and nobody has seen her since. None of this information, I won't say none of it, but 90% of this information that is in this article is correct. I cannot believe that they would allow this to even be out here. I guess this is the person that wrote it. It says, my name is Allison and I am the owner and wellness.com. Well, it has to be a computer generated article, guys. There's no way that a person actually wrote this crap. And it's a shame that this baby's information is being so misrepresented like this. Wherever I'm looking, I don't see an actual place where this was actually printed or who put this out here on the web. Ellison is at the top. I'm assuming it's a blog, but this person has nothing right. It's a shame that people can actually look this up and read this, and they would literally have no clue what this is even talking about. I'm so furious at this. I will be doing another video giving accurate information about Oakley.